Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Jaya Gopi Jana Vallabha Girivaradhari Yashodanandana Raja Jana Ranjana Yashodanandana Raja Jana Ranjana Yamunatiravanachari Yamunatiravanachari Jaya Radha Madhava Jaya Kunja Bihari Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. Thank you, Prabhuji. So this is very wonderful, short, bhajan.
Bhajan, yeah.
Prabhupada used to, sing very often.
Yeah.
And you can see that most of the devotees, before starting Bhagavad Gita class or Bhagavatam class, they,
Yeah.
recite this. So I'll just read the translation also, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Krishna is the lover of Radha. He displays many amorous pastimes in the groves of Vrindavana. He is the lover of the cowherd maidens of Braja and the holder of the great hill named Govardhana. He is the beloved son of Mother Yashoda, the delighter of the inhabitants of Braja, and he wanders in the forest along the banks of the river Yamuna. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
I see our Raghu Prabhu is here today.
Yeah.
Raghu Prabhuji would like to lead today's discussion. Sri Krishna Prabhuji, don't come. Mahesh Prabhuji, you can.
Yeah. I can start with yeah. No problem. Yeah. ॐ अज्ञानतिमिरान्धस्य ज्ञानाञ्जनशलाकया चक्षुर्मीलितेन तस्मै श्रीगुरुवे नमः। श्रीचैतन्यमनोभीष्ट स्थापित येन भूतले स्वयं रूपं कदा मह्यं ददाति स्वपदान्तिकम्। वन्दे श्रीगुरो श्रीयुतपदकमलः श्रीगुरुन् वैष्णवाश्च श्रीरूपसागरजात सहगण रघुनाथन्वित सञ्जीवम् साद्वैत सावधूत परिजनसहित कृष्ण चैतन्य देवः श्रीराधा कृष्णपादान् सहगण ललिता श्रीविशाखान्विश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिंधो दीनबंधो जगतपते गोपेश गोपिका कांत राधा कांत नमस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धु एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्त वृंद हरे कृष्ण 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। Hare Krishna Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, thank you so much. Okay. Raghu Prabhuji would like to lead today's discussion, Prabhuji.
We don't have too many people today.
Yeah.
Why don't you continue? I mean, you're doing fine.
Oh, no, Prabhuji. We can. Oh, we have our, I think Baldev Prabhu is here anyway. So Hari Bol.
Yeah.
Prabhu ki jai. So I think Shubhalas Prabhu covered 20-second, right, Prabhuji, yesterday? I mean, I
Yeah.
was there for
Yes, correct.
40 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he covered 20 seconds.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Directly join course.
Oh, sorry, Prabhuji. I opened something else. Okay, Prabhuji.
Oh,
Hare
you want me
Krishna.
to? No, you're doing it or you want to?
No, you can do it, Prabhuji. You want
Okay.
me to read? I can read the shloka.
Yeah, no, I was just going to say before this that the last few verses we were uh, first talking about last few verses we were talking about the spiritual planets. And even prior to all that, there were 8 questions in this particular chapter saying attaining the supreme. And the 8th question was prayanakale. So what happens at the time of death? And what does a devotee have to do to remember the Lord at that time? So he went through several verses, and uh, then we described the different lokas, uh, the different material planets, how depending on what our bhakti is, not the bhakti yoga, but or different approaches, uh, up to where we can go. Because some people can go to the upper planets and then they come back here. And only with bhakti yoga you can get up to the Krishna Loka and you won't have to come back. And the only way to do that is with Krishna consciousness. So we discussed that, then we had a very, very beautiful description of Krishna Loka, Goloka, Vrindavan. Yesterday, Shubha Vilas Prabhuji did that. And in the last 2 classes also we had, prior to that, we had Karthik Prabhu describe everything. And really the description of that, Prabhupada alluded to the Brahma Samhita. And we read verses from the Brahma Samhita because that gives the description of the Goloka Vrindavan. So today, I think the next 3 verses, uh, they continue with that. But then, what is the most auspicious time to leave the body? That's what this topic is going to be from today for the next 3 verses. And we'll see if we can do all 3 of them today, but they're not very long. So let's start with 23. Mahesh Prabhu, if you'd like to go.
Yes, I can read. Yatra ka Bhagavad Gita chapter 8 verse 23. Yeah.
Right.
Yatra kale tvana vrittima vritti chaiva yoginah prayata yanti tah kala vakshami bharatavarshava.
Okay.
I can also try.
Yeah, go ahead.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Yatra kale tva anavrittim avrittim chaiva yoginaha prayatayanti tam kalam vakshami bharatarshava. Thank you, Prabhuji.
So Mataji, any Mataji would like to do it?
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji, all I can try. So I
Yeah,
will.
sure.
Bhagavad Gita 8.23 Yatra kale tva avrittim chaiva yoginah prayatayanti tam kalam vakshyami bharata shabha. Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Thank you. So who would like to read synonyms and translation?
I can read, Prabhuji.
Yeah, please.
Synonyms: yatra, at which; kale, time; to, and; anavritam, no return; avritam, return; cha, also; eva, certainly; yogina, different kinds of mystics, prayataha, having departed, yanti, attain, tam, that, kalam, time, vakshyami, I shall describe, Bharata Raspa, or best of Bharatas. Translation by Prabhupada. O best of the Bharatas, I shall now explain to you the different times at which, passing away from this world, the yogi does or does not come back. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Thank you. So, who would like to read the purport? Mahesh Prabhu, would you like to go ahead?
Okay, yeah, I can try. Yeah, the purport. The unalloyed devotees of the Supreme Lord who are totally surrendered souls do not care when they leave their bodies or by what method. They leave everything in Krishna's hand and so easily and happily return to Godhead. But those who are not unalloyed devotees and who depend instead on such methods of spiritual realization as Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, and Hatha Yoga must leave the body at a suitable time in order to be sure of whether or not they will return to the world of birth and death. If the yogi is perfect, he can select the time and situation for living this material world. But if he is not so expert, his success depends on his accidentally passing away at a certain suitable time. The suitable times at which one passes away and does not come back are explained by the Lord in the next verse. According to Acharya Baldeva Vidya Bhushana, the Sanskrit word Kala used herein refers to the presiding deity of time. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Like to give your
Yeah.
thoughts on it?
Yeah. So I see what is explained here in this beautiful verse again of the Bhagavad Gita, in chapter 8, related to again living this material world. And as mentioned earlier, the unalloyed devotees means who is like a pure devotee, who knows only the Lord Supreme Krishna, and he don't know anything else. He don't care about like when he's living this material world, because he's not attached to this material world. He by his thought, by his activities, by his whatever the task or the karma, whatever he is doing, it is only for the Lord Sri Krishna. So physical means his physical body is in this material world, but he is already in the Goloka Vrindavan with the Lord Sri Krishna. So that's why for the spiritual, the unalloyed devotee or the pure devotee who is expert in bhakti yoga, he don't have to worry about anything. And when he's leaving the body, when he's the time is auspicious or no, yeah, he don't have to worry about that. Yeah. But that is not the fact with other people or other Mahatmas. Means even though they are pure, they are good. Means here the Lord is saying they are equal, but they are still not part of the bhakti yoga or not on the bhakti path, I will say. Basically, they are doing like karma yoga, jnana yoga, or hatha yoga, or whatever the method which is described here in Bhagavad Gita, and they are on those paths of the yoga, uh, uh, and they have to wait for the right time and right situation, because they are still think in their mind that they are uh, not they are not in the world of Golaka Vrindavan, or he is not part of Lord Krishna's world, I will say, or the place. Yeah. So that's why their situation is different, and they have to wait for that particular time, and sometimes that time may not be in favor of them. Yeah, because sometimes some accident happens, and they will just pass away without having a good time. And in that case, then they will have to come back again to this material world, because they have not attained that perfect knowledge, or the perfect I will say, they have not attained the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. That's why they have to come back again to this life and death situation, because of their incomplete knowledge, I would say. They still need to do the bhakti, the pure bhakti of the Lord's or the Supreme Lord. Then only they will be able to achieve that. They will be able to achieve basically the breaking the cycle of life and death. Yeah, means they will be coming back again to this material world. Yeah, that is what I understand from this verse. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, that's what you said is right. The people practicing Dada yogas, Karma Yoga, Jnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga, they they go through this practice essentially to reach that moment of time one day when they'll have to leave the body. So their whole practice is uh, to get the vayu, the prana, to the different chakras and all the way to the top. But then the yogis who have practiced very well, the mystic yogis, we'll see that in the next two verses, that they can actually control the time. If it's an auspicious time, they can actually control the time at which they can leave. But not all of them might be that accomplished. There'll be others uh, who may leave at the wrong time, and they may not accomplish the same goal as leaving the body at the auspicious time, which is very critical. Now, as you said, for those of us practicing bhakti in Krishna consciousness, we don't, as it says here, they leave everything in Krishna's hands. We only pray to Krishna, but what happens at the time of we don't have to worry about when we leave our body. We don't have to worry about that time. Uh, that time will be auspicious provided we continue to practice our bhakti very sincerely and with regularly. So then at that time, when the moment comes, Krishna will take care of that. So we don't have to uh, have tune our body or anything like that to specifically control when the prana leaves the body, or the vayu leaves the body. Uh, any more reflections from anyone else? I mean, Subal, Gopal, Prabhu, if you like.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Then, yes, Prabhuji, you wonderfully explained how by doing Ananya Bhakti, it doesn't matter when the devotee leaves his body. In fact, we read that, whatever at the time of death, whatever is our state, we attain that. But Krishna will make sure that he makes us remember him. He comes and makes sure that he remembers him. So for a pure devotee, it doesn't matter. It clearly says they leave everything in Krishna's hand and so easily and happily return to the Godhead. So in that way, and it also says that if the yogi is perfect, he can select the time and situation for leaving this material world. But he is not expert, then accidentally passing away. So Prabhuji, I am from near our hometown. There is a place called Mantralayam, and there
Hmm.
there is a saint called Lord Raghavendra. not Lord, he is a Guru. He is also in our, Madhva Sampradaya. So, it is just half an hour, from my hometown, that temple town. So over there we saw that, the Guru Raghavendra entered into Samadhi because he knew when he is going to go back to, the spiritual planet, and he became Jiva Samadhi. Of course, for these are very, enlightened souls. But for us, we have to be, what I thought is, we have to be always in the Krishna consciousness. Of course, it is very difficult, but what we can do is like this, on a daily basis, associate with the, devotees, and sing. If you want to sing, sing for Krishna. Dance for Krishna. Eat, Krishna prasadam. To think that your temple, home is a temple, so that way, you're always, of course it is, I'm just saying so that I can learn by this. So clearly, even, you can clearly see that uh, Krishna is saying that once we reach his, abode, there is no return back. Even yesterday, as Shubhalas Prabhu was saying, because Lord Krishna is pervading everywhere, in even he is in a ant's body, in even an elephant's body, as a Paramatma. So that way we can easily, think of Krishna and, serve him, and he will take care of us. That's my understanding, Prabhuji. Please add, Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Guruji. It's very nice. You highlighted what Krishna conscious people, the bhakti, but through bhakti yoga, they do several things, like you yourself, do the book distribution regularly. And there is, devotee association. There's so many, in addition to the chanting and so on. Uh, and those are the other, some people are doing kirtans when we associate, so they do very wonderful kirtans like Baswati Mataji and others. So all these are part of uh, uh, how we don't have to be uh, control our body in that way. We control our body. Everything that we do with our body is for Krishna, and that's easier for us to do that because our mind is all focused in that direction, and we are constantly engaging our minds on that. So, any other thoughts on this verse? You know, Anyone else? Feel free, please.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Beautiful
Yeah, please.
discussion, Prabhu. Very good pointers to take away. I just wanted to, just a thought, but would like to share. But please correct me, all of you devotees. So, for Bhakta, this shloka, Prabhupada is explaining on the first sentence itself. He said, Prabhupada said, Bhaktas don't have to think too much about when to die and so forth. Compared to the shloka meaning that Krishna is trying to explain, or Arjuna is saying. But usually we hear from, many a times we hear from acharyas, at the time the death is kind of a gift to a bhakta, right? Because it's like getting closer to Krishna. Real bhaktas, like a sincere devotee, that is like a gift, because getting closer to Krishna. So whenever Krishna gives, we would accept, right? We wouldn't be actually thinking when to plan, when to go, when to merge. No, we don't think about merging, but we go to Krishna to serve. So whenever Krishna gives an opportunity to get closer to him and serve, we accept it. So it's easy said than done. But as you all were discussing, the association of pure devotee acharyas, through them we get the knowledge to implement, and we get to know the relationship with Krishna. And as he sanctions the time, we happily accept. I think Nana Brahm Prabhu was sharing when he came to our class early in the early shlokas. He was sharing, or don't remember exactly, but he was sharing one of the Mataji who was not feeling well on the bed, and she had to take an operation, but her son wasn't able to come in person. Rather, she was call with him, and his son was actually introducing Krishna consciousness to his mother, and she was very happy on the hospital bed, very much happy. And she was reciprocating, replied to her son, stating, "Don't cry, don't even think that you're not coming and you're not with me. You gave Krishna consciousness to me, the higher taste to me. So I'm happy. I'm actually happy. Whatever Krishna decides, I will take it up." That's what Nana Brahm Prabhu shared earlier, I think last year or so. So, bhaktas who are tasting the nectar of bhakti coming from Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra do not really think about old age and death. Whenever Krishna gives, and they just accept through the Guru. And that's what Guru teaches. I just wanted to share, Prabhu, but please correct. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Mataji. So, unless there are someone else has any reflections or anything, should we
Um,
go on to the, yeah, please,
Hare
Karthik.
Krishna.
So,
Dandavat Pranam devotees. I'm sorry, I just joined a few minutes ago when Subal Prabhu was, sharing his thoughts on the verse. So apologies if I'm not speaking in the context of the verse, but because I haven't gone through this in detail. But just wanted to share something, Prabhu, about my experience as well. That uh, sometimes I'm very anxious about, like, let's say if something is happening, if I'm feeling some pain or if I'm doing something, like if something is happening, right, like which is going to affect me, I usually become anxious. So I remember like a few months ago, I went to a doctor and they were like, something to do with your heart and we need to do some additional scanning and things like that. And I was a little anxious after I heard about that. And then, I remember this thing, Veena just told me, she was next to me and she was telling me, like, why are you thinking about it? You know, you always tell me that Krishna will take care of everything. You don't have to worry about it. Then at this point, why are you thinking about it? uh, you know, Krishna is going to take care of it. You don't have to get stressed out. So, she told me that, and that made me feel like, okay, that kind of pulled me back into my proper state of mind. But at that moment, when I was having that conversation with the doctor, I was like, a little anxious. So every time I think I'm sure, like each one of us have experienced in the past or may experience in the future, some kind of moments in our life where we feel a little stressed out, we feel like a little helpless. And, I always keep thinking and reminding to myself that, devotional service, the practice that we do, the chanting that we do, the association that we take, I think we should feel more secure than any other person in this world because we are taking the shelter of the Supreme Lord Himself. And so when we have the ultimate strength behind us, then why to worry about anything that exists in this material world? So I always kind of keep reminding myself on that when we are doing everything right, when we are taking the shelter of the Supreme Lord, there's nothing that we really need to worry about, even in this life or after this, because we know that Krishna is going to take care of it. So I just wanted to share, some of the thoughts I was experiencing when we were discussing on this subject.
yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. That happens all the time. Whenever we go to the doctor, you completely forget about Krishna and you're thinking of your body, what he's going to find there. So anyway, uh, should we go on to the next verse? Unless,
Prabhuji, I have a quick question for you, please, if you can address that.
yeah,
Uh, when we read this verse, it says that the unalloyed, basically the pure souls,
right.
pure souls, they basically they don't care when they die because they leave everything in Krishna's hands. I
Right.
was Now the question I have is the ones which are unalloyed, which uh, the other one, okay, those who are unalloyed. Okay, let me see that again. The unalloyed are the ones who are pure, basically. So
Right. Yeah.
yeah, so why would they then? It after that it says those who are not unalloyed, the impure ones. Now the
Yeah.
impure ones, how can they choose a time of leaving the body? Because
Okay. So,
they are not connected to God as they are supposed to be. So please explain me that.
yeah, no, I don't think that's what that means. The unalloyed reference here is to the devotees who are practicing a bhakti yoga, and the other devotees, the alloyed devotees, you can say, uh, are focusing more on different types of yogas. And we are going to actually see that in the next verse. And they, they, uh, be- they have a certain goal in their mind. They're anxious to achieve that particular goal. That's what those different yogas are: karma yoga, jnana yoga, hatha yoga. Uh, so we went through all this in the previous verses. I think you haven't seen you for many sessions, but you'll have to go back and refer to that, and you'll understand more. But let's go on to the next verse because
Harja
you know,
Prabhuji,
yeah,
can I try to answer
yeah,
to Tariq
yeah, yeah,
Prabhu's question?
yeah, sure.
Harja Tariq Prabhu, nice to see you after a long time. Hope you're doing well, your family doing well.
Thank you, thank you.
So, Prabhuji, the thing is that Krishna, as we're reading actually 8th chapter. Before that, we read different like Gyan Yoga, Karma Yoga started, then Gyan Yoga, then Dhyan Yoga. Now we coming this chapter, attaining the supreme knowledge. So those approach are all given by Krishna only. Such as you have a book, math you're trying to do by yourself, and you're googling Google and trying to understand. That is the way you can also learn the math, or you can go to the elder brother, parents, teachers, uncle, can I explain the math? He explain you learn in 2 minutes, you are done. So that yogis, that is totally uh, um, what is called this is authorized by Krishna only, but there is a harder way to approach. But easy way, you just surrender, take the lesson from your friends, teachers, mother, and you just pass the exam. So that way they can come the same destination by their own effort, but takes long time and may or may not be successful, may fail even. But once somebody teaches you, you learn easily and it succeed. Because whether they're right or not, they don't know even sometimes because they go by themselves. That is my understanding. Puji Mataji, please correct.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Thank you.
All right. What do you think? Should we go on to the next one? Okay, let's go to the text 24.
Prabhuji just wanted the definition unalloyed versus alloyed is not like, yes, unalloyed is pure, definitely, but unalloyed is not like they are bad. They
Right.
also have yeah. So just want to and get corrected as well. They are
No,
also connected to the Lord, but in expectation, as Raghu Prabhu was mentioning earlier. There's a karma involved.
Yeah.
in all of those. There's a fruitive activity, um, expectation involved, which would come. It's not akarma. It's karma based. So it's not like they are also transcendental in one way, but they are not completely like a bhakta. So bhakta, a pure devotee, and Prabhupada is mentioning who are totally surrendered souls, totally surrendered to Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra, which means whatever the Guru says, they just do, they just follow. As Baldev Seva Prabhu was saying, uh, take the blessings, instructions from mother, father, and then family, and then just surrender, just do it, right? But as per Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra only. That way, fully surrendered, the blessings of the Guru will be there, and as per the Guru instructions, they do. Those are the surrendered souls, and they will be actually completely dependent on Krishna. And whatever Krishna says, whenever Krishna calls, they just go. I just wanted to share, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, no, right, Mataji. So unalloyed devotees, that's what it is. It's all about the bhakti, and they don't have that. Uh, their only goal is to surrender to Krishna, as you said. They're not concerned about at what time they have to leave the body or when it's going to happen. So they don't have any of that. But these other yogas, they do have to uh, they're anxious about uh, of, of being able to uh, practice their yoga to perfection so that they can achieve that goal of leaving at a particular auspicious time. So in that way, it's not that they're, like Mataji said, they're not bad or anything. They are also devotees, and they're also these are also paths, as Baldev Seva Prabhu said. These are all paths that are Krishna has already described, and these are other ways of trying to achieve uh, whatever you call, deliberation or whatever it is at the time of passing away.
Thank you,
Okay.
Prabhuji. I just wanted to add, as you said, Prabhuji, the Karma Yoga, Gnana Yoga, Hatha Yoga, as Prabhuji said, these are all very bona fide, process to attain the Supreme Lord, but they are very, difficult in this Kali Yuga, because Gnana Yoga, I mean, not many people can do that much of, in earlier yugas they used to meditate, or read, do yagnas for hundreds and thousands of years, but in this Kali Yuga it is very difficult to even live for 100 years. So in this Kali Yuga, and of course in any yoga, the easiest path is the Bhakti Yoga, because Bhakti Yoga means that you are taking an elevator directly to the top floor. So that way, as Prabhuji said, unalloyed devotees are who are do always do selfless service. They don't care what others think or what they just are in the service of Krishna all the time. Their focus is only on Krishna. They follow their Guru Sadhu Shastra. But even I sometimes think of, okay, if I do this, what am I going to get? Some I still have some hankering, but the pure devotees, they don't hanker for anything. They're always, selfless service. How to do service, and they take guidance from the spiritual master. They are always compassionate to other, each and every living entity. Yeah, thank you, Guruji. Sorry, I
Yeah.
just want.
And I would like to add a little bit on this one, especially the last line of this purport. And here the Sanskrit word Kala is used. Basically, it is referring to the deity of time. What that means is basically it is not in our hand, but it is hand of Kala. Means that deity of time will call you. Like when your time is over, that deity will call you. Like the same way, like we say that Yamaraj will come or Yamdut will come and he will take away our soul, right? The same way, the deity of time will come and take it away. Yeah, and since only the bhakti, the unalloyed devotee, he has already surrendered to Lord Sri Krishna, and the other people may not have. I mean, the other yogis may not have done that, or they might have incomplete in their yoga vidya or yoga shastra, and that the deity of time will call you. In that case, you will not have a choice, but you have to be in this cycle of death and birth. Yeah. So I think that is also important here. Yeah. Means definitely, means if somebody has done the perfect hatha yoga or karma yoga, then he knows per particular time and all that. Means if he has enough time and the deity of crime has not called him, so he can control that one. But most of the time, probably it is not in our hand, but it is in the hand of our destiny or the deity of a time, I would say. Yeah. Thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a very good point. The Kala is like you said, deity of time, and uh, we can't control the time, but those who are in the other yogas, they try to control it in a sense that they want to leave the body at a most auspicious time. So that's the difference between the two. But you have to achieve real perfection
Yeah.
to be able to do that. Yeah. So we have 15 minutes to have enough time.
Yeah.
Okay, let's try. Uh, okay, so let me start. Agnir Jyotirah Shukla Sanmasa Uttara Yanam Tatra Prayatat Gacchati Brahma Vido Janaha. Anyone else?
Yes, Prabhuji, I can.
Yeah, please.
Bhagavad Gita, chapter 8, text 24. Agnir Jyotir Suklaha Sanmasa Uttarayanam Tatra Prayata Gachanti Brahma Vido Janaha. Hare Krishna Prabhu.
Next. So let's read the synonyms and translation.
I can read Prabhuji. Hare Krishna Prabhu,
Yeah.
Pranam, all Vishnu Prabhupada. Ogni, fire, Jyoti, light, Aha, day, Shukla, the white fortnight, Shat, Masha, the 6 months, Uttarayan, when the sun passes on the northern side, Tatra, there, Prayat, those who passes away, Gachanti, go, Brahmo, to the absolute, Brahma Vidya, who know the Brahma Vidho, who know the absolute, Jana, persons. Those who know the supreme Brahman attain that supreme by passing away from the world during the influence of the fiery god. In the light, at an auspicious moment of the day, during the fortnight of the waxing moon, or during the 6 months when the sun travels in the north.
Okay. Who would like to read the purport?
I can try, Prabhuji.
Yeah.
Purpose. Yeah. When fire, light, day, and fortnight of the moon are mentioned, it is to be understood that over all of them there are various presiding deities who make arrangements for the passage of the soul. At the time of death, the mind carries one on the path to a new life. If one leaves the body at the time designated above, either accidentally or by arrangement, it is possible for him to attain the impersonal Brahma Jyotir. Mystics who are advanced in yoga practice can arrange the time and place to leave the body. Others have no control. If by accident they leave at an auspicious moment, then they will not return to the cycle of birth and death, but otherwise there is every possibility that they will have to return. However, for the pure devotee in Krishna consciousness, there is no fear of returning. whether he leaves the body at an auspicious or inauspicious moment by accident or arrangement. Thank you, Prabhuji.
Like to add anything to it?
Yeah. So I think this is the continuation of the last verse, and here it is clearly mentioned like what is the best time to depart this material world for the people, and as mentioned, like it should be a daytime, and it should be like Uttarayan, means the sun is going to the north. Yeah, traveling to the north, and also influence of fiery god, moment of the day, fortnight fortnight of the waxing moon. Yeah, that is also important. Yeah, so I mean there are like different deities which are presiding on the or making the arrangements for the passage of the soul. Yeah, and everything should match for unalloyed devotees. Yeah, sorry, the alloyed devotees. Yeah, because they are trying their best to, with the help of the deity of Kala, or the deity of a time, the Kal Purusha or Kal, and with the help of or the blessings of those deities, yeah, he should be able to break the cycle of death and birth. Yeah, otherwise it is not very useful. Yeah, but for the pure devotees, yes, means absolutely, we have already given our everything to the lotus feet of Lord Sri Krishna. So it doesn't matter when and what time we are leaving our body. Yeah, we will 100% sure that we will leave, will go to Goloka Vrindavana. Yeah, and meet the Lord Sri Krishna over there. Yeah, and we don't, and we will not have to come back again. There is no fear of coming back to this cycle of birth and death. Yeah, and the material world. Yeah, thank you, Prabhuji. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you. So we can see from this verse that it is pretty complicated. You know, everything has to align
Yeah.
perfectly for a devotee who is practicing Jnana Yoga, Karma Yoga, and Ashtanga Yoga, and so on. Uh, as you said, the sun travels in the north, then the waxing of the moon, the Shukla Pakshami,
Yeah.
it's called, that particular fortnight, uh, it becomes very auspicious. And then, from what I heard from Acharya, is that this fire, light, uh, so on, these are like deities. They take they are the presiding deities. They take the mind from one to the other, and eventually, assuming uh, the devotee has chosen the time correctly and auspiciously, then eventually he'll be able to reach Brahma Jyoti. So, so he's not really reaching Bhagwan himself, but it's reaching Brahma Jyoti, or it's impersonal. So, in which case, uh, after a certain point of time, whenever that is, you'll have to again return back, even those people. So, to achieve this, the mystics, uh, for this particular, to get this particular moment of time in the previous yugas, earlier yugas, they perfected this. They Everything was conducive for them to perfect this type of yoga, and it's not so in our situation anymore. In Kali Yuga, our mind is moving in so many different directions, and the only way we try to focus it is through Krishna consciousness. Now, the other thing that this purport is saying is that if by accident, if just by like a lottery, if you happen to be leave the body at that particular auspicious time after practicing all this yoga, then you'll be able to attain that. So that has to be purely by chance. It's not Otherwise, it's not going to happen. So again, as we already mentioned, for those practicing Krishna consciousness, for the common people who cannot do all this type of yoga, uh, the best way, the only way, is through bhakti yoga, through the Hare Krishna Mahamantra, chanting of that, association of devotees, and so on. So that then we don't have to be thinking about that auspicious time. Every time becomes auspicious because for the devotee, any time that he leaves, it is auspicious. So anyone else? Thank you.
Yeah, I remember like that episode of Bhishma in Mahabharat war, the war of Mahabharata. Yeah, because he has the boon of leaving the body. Like he was like Icha Marne, and so he can arrange his death whatever time he want to. Yeah, that's why I think he was waiting for that particular auspicious time to leave so that he can't come back. Yeah, so I think that story is there in Mahabharata. Yeah, of Lord Bhishma. Yeah.
Prabhuji, I have a question.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's related to this or not, but a lot of people go to this, what is that?
Kashi Mataji?
No, Manasa Sarovar. Manasa Sarovar Kailash Yatra, they said they'll get liberation. What is that, Prabhuji? Even though like I've seen people, they are not into any Krishna consciousness, but they still go.
Anyone has any thoughts on that?
Hare
Yeah,
Krishna, I can try.
yeah.
So, Mataji, the thing is that faith is good, but faith has to be in the line of Krishna because the Supreme Personal Godhead. Lord Shiva is a great devotee. We call Vaishnava Maha Jata Shambhu. The topmost Vaishnava is Lord Shiva. Even we take the shelter of the Lord Shiva, knowing that he's a great Vaishnava, Lord Shiva definitely will help us to meet us in the Krishna Loka. He'll help us. But the problem is whatever others do, they have no clue. Even their gurus also no clue because they don't read Shastra. They just make up things. And if they really can practice rightfully, purely, without motivation, that I'm doing to go back to Godhead is a good motivation. But as you are trained as a devotee, service, and Krishna will take care of you. There's a saying that serve that way that Krishna looks at you. You don't have to look for Krishna. You serve, Krishna look at you. So whether they'll end up where, ultimately they end up probably in Shivaloka, if they're pure devotee, or sometimes people do a lot of bad activities whole life, and they think, okay, let me go that way. It was told, then I'll get the moksha or something like this. So there is no guarantee on those path, but there's a belief there, and pure souls, if goes that way, definitely Lord Shiva will help that way in Manas Sarovar. But in Gita clearly says it's a science, pure science. It's clearly said that at the time of death, it doesn't matter where you are. It could be hell, it could be the earth, it could be in the any place, just want to serve. And at the time of death, Krishna, even forget, Krishna will come to us, or devotee can remember Krishna, go back to the Godhead. That is given in the Gita. Krishna said that is the final. Everything else, there is a lot of questions, and how dedication, how much, what is the intention. Everything depends on that. Hare Krishna.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna.
Any other thoughts? Couple of minutes left.
Oh, one thing, Prabhuji, it's Baldev Seva Prabhu mentioned when he was mentioning. So the Lord remembers them. So I remember one incident, one Prabhu said, like Lord Rama had a book, of all the devotees, though all the devotees who remember Rama, nicely. So Hanuman wanted to see whose name was in that book. So he went and saw the book, and he saw the whole book. He did not find his name. So he was little dejected, and he went to Rama and said, "Oh Rama, I saw the book. I did not see." Oh, Rama said, "Oh, is it? Okay. Did you see the other book?" He said, "What is the other book?" The other book is where all the devotees who I remember. So go and see that book. So when Hanuman went and saw that book, the first name was Lord Hanuman. So if we serve the Lord, with pure love and devotion, we don't need to remember that, because we are already, that's a byproduct. The Lord will remember us. Even at the time of death, if we cannot, because when Kulashekara Alvar says, "Oh Lord, at this time I am, very healthy. Take me back." But the Lord says that no. Even with Kushikara, I always say kapha, because at the time of death, kapha, vata, pitta, and we can see that for non-devotees it will be a kind of a 40,000 scorpions biting at one time. But for devotees, it will be like a soothing way. This because it's like a lullaby song, and Krishna is taking you to go back to Godhead, personally. So I just wanted to share. Prabhuji. Thank you, Hare Krishna.
Okay. Thank you, Shubha Gopal Prabhuji. Very nice. So, unless any other questions or anything else, we are 9 o'clock now. Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone. It was a nice discussion today. Everyone participated very nice. So, Vancha Kalpata Rupascha, Kripa Sindhubhya Evacha Patitanam Pavanebhyo Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Let's say
Hare
3
Hare
times
Krishna.
Haribol to our dear Raghu
Hari
Prabhu.
Hari
Hare
Bol,
Hari
Hari
Bol.
Bol.
Hari Bol.
Hare
Raghu
Bol.
Prabhu ki jai.
Jai.
Thank you.
Thank you, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. Dandat
Hare
Pranam.
Krishna.